LIRR Commuter, Steam Pre-Order and Livestream. Long Island Railroad Commuter is a new route add-on for TrainSim World 4 featuring the area covered in the previous release, upgraded to TSW4 standard, as well as the new Long Beach branch and the new state-of-the-art M9 EMU. LIRR Commuter overhauls America's oldest commuter railroad with a completely rebuilt schedule, details further down, newly added branch and reworked signaling. Not only is there the addition of the M9 EMU to TrainSim World for the first time, but the M7 has been updated too, utilizing better audio from Harlem Line. Upgraded scenery textures, water materials, and increased fidelity with the landscape texture blending, as well as additional stations and updates to the environment give a new look to the areas seen in the previous release. Together with the full TSW4 feature set, which includes volumetric fog, rain effects, and varied passenger models, this is Long Island Railroad in a completely new light. The result is the route add-on with the most amount of stations, 39, in TrainSim World. This new route add-on is priced at $39.99/£29.99/€35.99 and is available to any player that owns TrainSim World 4. No previous add-ons/LIRR content is required. Steam players can pre-order with a 10% discount from today until release on April 30th. Steam players that own any version of the original LIRR route add-on from TSW 2020, TSW2, TSW3, or TSW4 can get an additional 10% loyalty discount, which stacks with the pre-order to result in a possible 20% off. The 10% Steam loyalty discount will be available until May 14th. Xbox Game Pass players can also take advantage of 10% off TrainSim World 4 add-ons. This is activated on release. Can take up to 24 hours. New and updated features. A summary of the new and updated features in Long Island Railroad Commuter. 1. A total of 57 miles of network to operate. 2. New Long Beach branch with 10 stations. 3. New abandoned Woodhaven station on part of the Atlantic branch. 4. New M9 EMU. 5. Updated M7 EMU. 6. Updated reworking of the schedule with significantly more services, plus more for those with the M3 EMU Loco add-on. 7. New scenarios including Double Duty, where you can play as a conductor. 8. Updated reworking of Sunnyside Yard, including static AI from NEC, New York, Trenton. 9. Updated station areas, with updated lighting and textures. 10. Updated scenery textures, water materials, and increased fidelity with the landscape texture blending. New full TSW4 feature set, including scenario planner, chained paths, volumetric fog, rain effects as well as TOD4 lighting and dynamic weather from TSW3. Our announce article covers some specific areas of this release important to players of our previous route add-on, including a breakdown of these new and upgraded features, as well as changes that have been made to the add-on as part of our close working with the licensors. This includes mandatory ATC and AXS safety systems for both the M7 and M9. We have developed a manual for this route to help any players operate with ATC and AXS safety systems, and there will also be a tutorial on how to operate trains on the Long Island Railroad commuter route with safety systems enabled. Further details on the schedule. Our previous article also explained the considerable work that has gone into reworking the signaling within the route and rescheduling services for both the M7 and the new M9 to recreate something representative of the 2021 reference material that also gives a good amount of gameplay to the M9 EMU. In total, The root contains almost 600 playable services, with an additional 32 services playable for those with the original M3 EMU Loco add-on, which will remain available to purchase. In addition to our own team, self-confessed LIRR superfan and us-based TrainSim World beta tester Eddie has worked incredibly hard to give continuous feedback on scheduling and the root as a whole. This has involved completing a monumental number of playable services over hundreds of hours playing the root. Brandon, who will be joining the Railfan TV team during the LIRR Commuter livestream, has also contributed a huge amount of time to this root and work on resignaling, which you can read more about in our previous article. Our entire beta team have worked incredibly hard on this release. We'd like to take this opportunity to extend a huge thank you to them all for their time and hard work on this and all TrainSim World releases. Within this area, the following services are included with both playable and AI trains featuring the M9 and M7 EMUs. 1 Port Washington branch, running as far as Woodside. 2 Atlantic branch, to Atlantic Terminal. 3 Far Rockaway branch, running as far as Valley Stream. 4 Long Beach branch, new to TrainSim World, running to Long Beach. 5 West Hempstead branch, running as far as Valley Stream. 6 Babylon branch, running as far as Lynbrook. 7 Belmont Park, for special event services to the famous horse racing venue. 8 Hempstead branch, to Hempstead. 9 mainline services, as far as Hicksville. Services heading to final destinations beyond the confines of the map will terminate as a playable service at the last station represented, as denoted above, before heading out of the map as AI. For some express services, this can also happen at Jamaica. During peak times, additional services are available to operate, including some empty non-revenue trains and others requiring coupling procedures. Each branch has at least a 1 or 2 services heading in or out of Atlantic Terminal. Both tracks between Floral Park and Hicksville are used in the peak travel direction, allowing for fast trains overtaking stoppers and left-hand running. These services occur between 7:00 am, 7:30 am and 6:00 pm, 6:30 pm. Jamaica Station has departures from platforms 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 and 8, with many of these departures simultaneous during peak hours. During off-peak times, most branches run trains through to New York Penn, and Atlantic Terminal is served by Far Rockaway and Hempstead trains. Other features of the schedule. Trains passing Valley Stream platforms may have to wrong line run during the day to avoid the train from West Hempstead that waits in one of the platforms, before shunting to the other platform. There's 1 service starting from Valley Stream siding and 2 from Hicksville North siding. Also represented is the once-a-day Huntington to Hunters Point Avenue/Hunters Point Avenue to Ronkonkoma train, which runs as a non-revenue service between Long Island City and Jamaica sidings. Additional service layers. In addition to the playable services added in for those with the original M3 EMU Loco add-on, players with Northeast Corridor, New York, Trenton will see both Amtrak and New Jersey Transit trains occupying the reworked Sunnyside yard as static AI. Amtrak's Acela registered will appeal for those with the Loco add-on. Players of Northeast Corridor, New York, Trenton will also continue to see AI traffic from Long Island Railroad layered in from the original LIRR route add-on. Livestream, April 25th. 11 o'clock Pacific Time /1300 hours o'clock CST /1400 hours Eastern Time /1800 hours UTC /1900 hours BST. You can join JD, Matt, and Brandon on Twitch and YouTube on April 25th for a preview of TrainSim World 4, LIRR Commuter, New York, Long Beach, Hempstead and Hicksville. You can also submit questions to our dedicated LIRR Commuter Q&A thread on the Dovetail Games forums. TrainSim World 4, LIRR Commuter, New York, Long Beach, Hempstead and Hicksville route add-on will be available from April 30th for $39.99/£29.99/€35.99. Players on Steam can pre-order now with a 10% discount. There is also a 10% loyalty discount for Steam players who own the original Long Island Railroad route add-on, which will stack, resulting in a possible 20% discount on that platform during the pre-order phase. Steam loyalty discount will apply to owners of Long Island Railroad, New York, Hicksville and TSW 2020, TSW2, TSW3, or TSW4. The 10% loyalty discount will remain in place on Steam until May 14th. Original Long Island Railroad add-ons. The original LIRR release is unchanged but will remain available to purchase as a separate TSW-compatible root add-on for Train Sim World 4 and for previous Train Sim World core games. The original M3 EMU Loco add-on, pictured above, is also unchanged but will be available to purchase as a TSW-compatible add-on to unlock additional service layers for both the original LIRR add-on and this new release, Long Island Railroad Commuter.